All right, what's up? I'm going to talk about Bitcoin, but I'm going to blow your mind. Whether you're experienced or you knew nothing about crypto, I'm going to make this video for everyone so they can understand what's about to happen. So, this is Bitcoin. This is basically the life of Bitcoin. Goes all the way back to 2011. To be honest with you, Bitcoin came out in 2009. Here's my little cheat sheet that I've made. And you can see right here, 2009, worth 0.001 right? That's incredible. So it's a tenth of a cent. So just so you can see, yeah, there's some fun stuff here, right? I've been collecting some data. All right. So anyway, what I really want to show you is that there is a trend, and Bitcoin is based off of a 4-year trend. So basically, we're here now. Well, this was the last bull market. And there's usually a double hump. So we have hump, and then the second hump was bigger, right? And we peaked at like 69. 4 years, basically 4 years before that, we peaked at 19K. And 4 years before that, we peaked at around 1200. If we really dive in here, you can see what's going on. So that actually was a bull market that nobody really knows about unless you were actually there. But pretty cool stuff. But what you also notice is that it's pretty common. The bull market happens, and then what happens is it kind of scoops down, and then it comes back up. And this is the bear market, right? The bull market is the run. The bear market is when it falls back down, and then the bull market starts back up again. And if we really dive in here and see what's going on, so this market, right? This is the one. So this one, the first hump, well, let me start here again. There really, even though it doesn't seem like it, there was sort of two humps, which is hump and then a hump. First hump was bigger than the second hump. I really think it was just getting its bearings, and it was just getting going, because this was very early on, 2013. But 2017 is when Bitcoin became really popular and kind of started to get mainstream, started to be taken seriously. So at 19,000, and then it tried to make it up, but what did it hit? Like 13, 14,000? It really never made it up. So the first hump was really the peak, right? And then it keeps going again. And as you'll notice, it's always the winter of a presidential year that it peaks, which is really interesting, right? So here is the last bull run, right? Now the first hump did great. The second hump did even better. So the second hump was bigger this time, which is interesting. But again, it happens in the winter of the fourth year. It's always, I should say, it's a 4-year cycle, and the presidential election in the United States seems to coincide with Bitcoin, amongst other things. But let me show you what I mean. This is going to be mind-blowing. So let's prep this chart. All right. Now here's the magic. Watch this. That's pretty good. Check it out. Now, look what we have. Nobody's talking about this. I don't see anybody talking about this. So let's start from the beginning. Obama was elected, right? And then I'm going to zoom in here, but Obama was elected, and about a year later, we peaked at about 1,200. That was the first bull run. And then 3 years goes by, and then Trump is elected, and we bull run again, and we peak at 19K. And then the bear market hits, right? It's a fake out. And then Biden gets elected, and a year later, we peak at 69K. We have an election coming up in literally a month from now, right? And every single time a president is elected and we go. President is elected and we go. President is elected, we'll zoom in there. So let's go. Now, they're not perfect right down to the month, but it's really impressive. Check this out. All right. You know, I'm on a monthly chart here too. This is how the big boys work. They don't go into minutes and 15 minutes and hourly. That's for rookies. Dailies, weeklies, and monthlies. That's how the big boys play. All right, so it really, if we want to zoom in here, let's really understand what's happening here. Okay, So what happened was Obama was elected, right? November, you can see, November of 12. And within a month or two, we just start exploding. Even here, like you see how $12. So look at this. In 2 months, 2.5 months, we 2x'd, right? 12 to 24, like incredible. But this is no joke. $12, $24, but whoa, this is a God candle. Like this is phenomenal. What's going on here, right? So basically, I'm going to zoom out now so we can get a little bit more of an idea. Well, it's still going, right? Holy, I had to zoom out to do that. That's crazy. This is insanity, right? Crazy. So look how high that went. It went up to about $1,200, right? And then within a month or within weeks, I should zoom in and really get an idea. This could happen in a matter of a week, but it went up, and then whatever goes up really hard always comes down really hard. I mean, that's just the way it is. So it comes smashing down, right? And you can see, if you don't know what the skinny wick is, that's really what it did. But when it closed out, so what happened was it came up here, and then it went here, bounced down, and then the next month came over. It probably went up and down, and then it smashed down all the way down to here. But when it left this month to go to the next month, it left right here. So basically, what's going on is that this thing just skyrocketed. This was the first bull. And you can see this is the bear. This is a bear market. This is where everybody gets fearful. This is where smart people accumulate, and they're able to take profits as they go back up. So very interesting. I'm going to show you something that's even more mind-blowing. It's that this happens time and time again, right? Then we have the presidential election. This is 16, so this is where Trump got elected. And it doesn't seem to matter whether it's a Republican or a Democrat. It's pretty wild. So Trump gets elected. Within a month, bam, like we're going from what? 700. I mean, again, within 2-3 months, we're 2xing, right? A couple of months, we're 2xing. That's crazy. But this is like nothing, right? 700. But what are we doing? Oh my gosh, another God candle. Holy cow. Like, is this bullish? Guys, there's a presidential election next month. How are you not bullish? This is phenomenal. We are just getting started. I know, right? You're like, oh my God, he's right, right? Oh my God. All right. So what is this? This is the bear market, right? Oh, this is all this stuff. And then we had this like push up, almost like a little fake out here. But again, not like clockwork, but pretty impressive. We have Biden gets elected. And what happens? Fucking explosion again. I mean, this is just unbelievable. Really? This is just crazy. And then scoops down the bear market. And where are we? Right? Now, I will say this. It's very interesting. We are in a place that we've never been before. And I don't know if the ETFs caused this. My hunch is the ETF might have caused this. But there's a lot of consolidation happening here. It's a lot of volatility, actually. But as you can see, it's getting smaller and smaller. It's this consolidation is happening. And anytime consolidation happens, usually a big explosion happens soon after. You can see the consolidation, boom. Consolidation, boom. If I go down there, I bet there was consolidation, boom. And even here, consolidation, boom. So something's happening here, but this is like an anomaly. Like this has never happened before. So we don't know where we are. But what we do know is this: we're literally 3 years away from the last peak. And if you notice, we're sort of where we are. Like, okay, we peaked here, but we're kind of like 3 years later, we're where we were, right? Well, is that a pattern? Let's check it out. Let's go to the bull market before. What do you see? 3 years after, we're right where we were. Same thing. And what happened? Let's do it again. Am I crazy? Or are you guys seeing this? Like, this is insane. Let's see what's going on here. This is right here. Very close here. I mean, it's down here, but still, I mean, it's a couple of hundred, but still, it's kind of the same thing. It's here and then it explodes. So this is a really interesting trend that I see. Really interesting trend. And there's something else I wanted to show you too as well. Let's find out if we can get the dates here. I haven't to mark these dates. I wish I knew how to put a vertical line. Can one of you guys tell me how to do that? Because I don't know this. I only know a couple of tricks here. But I'm gonna make like a little marker or something. So let's go to my little thing here. I want to find out where the halving is. I've never like looked at this. So 1128. So Bitcoin halving 1128.12. Interesting. Let's try this. 1128.12. Bitcoin halving. Okay. So let's go to the next Bitcoin halving. Oh, do you know what Bitcoin halving is? Bitcoin halving happens every 4 years, and it essentially, the miners, the people that actually create Bitcoin and get paid for it, they're called miners. Well, they get a reward in Bitcoin. And early in the day, they used to get a lot of Bitcoin, but Bitcoin wasn't worth a lot, so it wasn't a big deal. But every 4 years, there's something called Bitcoin halving, and it literally cuts the reward in half. And it's set up like this. I'm not going to nerd out because I don't understand it 100%, but essentially, it's a marker to show that the amount or supply of Bitcoin is a set number, right? And it will run out soon. And whoever holds Bitcoin, and it's a rarity. So you're getting less and less reward as you get closer and closer. But my point though is that I'm putting in Bitcoin halving. So let's see, July 16. Let's put that in. July. Right about here. Okay. Roughly. Let's go to my next Bitcoin halving. Bitcoin halving. Where is it? Right here. May 11th. Wait, what's the year again? 2020. May 11, 2020. Right here. Okay. I know they're all kind of sloppy. And the other one was in April. That just happened. Okay. So that was April of 24. It was very interesting. Okay. And this is actually another anomaly that's never happened before. I'm going to put it right about here. So what's interesting is Bitcoin halving has always happened before the previous peak. So this is something that's never happened before. Now we're in no man's territory. We don't know. These got pretty ugly, right? So there's Bitcoin halving, and then it goes. Now this is a little too early, so this is where it starts. But then we have Bitcoin halving, and then it reaches its all-time high. In this case, it looked like it was what? Almost a year later, right? So let's see this one. So you have Bitcoin halving, and our peak is here. But Bitcoin halving, and then probably what? Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6 or so months, maybe 7 months later, it reached the all-time high, right? Okay, so it seems to be Bitcoin halving, then it reaches the previous all-time high. But this time, Bitcoin halving happened, but it reached its all-time high before. So that's the first time it's ever happened. Bitcoin halving should have happened here, right? Or this should have happened a little later, but it happened earlier. So did this just shoot up quickly because of the ETFs? Because the ETFs were a new thing. We've never had ETFs before. Now we have an ETF for Bitcoin and Ethereum. So did that prematurely make this go up, and now it's kind of finding itself, and it really should have done this the whole time? Then this would have made sense, right? Here, and then it finally, it hasn't reached, right? It's going to reach right somewhere over here. I don't know. So that's interesting. But my point, though, is that you have 3 years from all-time high is where we are right now, actually right here, right? And we're even. 3 years, we're even. 3 years, we're even. So we're historically trending. We are doing exactly what we were doing all along. And each time it just goes up, explodes. So the one thing that's a little odd and I can't figure out is the trajectory. I don't know what the trajectory is. So you had a 9,400 or it's like the 9,400 and so percent gain. Then we have, and this is from this is going from the previous peak. And then this was a 3,000. And then this was a 500. So every year or every cycle, you're going to get, it appears you get less and less. I don't know. It could do something different this time. But I don't really know what that is or how to calculate that. Maybe somebody has a good idea. But really, where is it going to reach? A lot of predictions put Bitcoin somewhere in this place right here. But what we do know is that it's every 4 years, right? December. Ooh, I marked this wrong. My bad. This is wrong. Now I've caught it. Sorry about that, peeps. And this one too. It's labeled wrong, right? 21. What's going on? Okay. Sorry about that. So check it out. This one's wrong too. Holy shit. All this shit's wrong. Okay. Sorry about all that. I think I cleaned it up, right? Did I get it? All right, I got it. So what's interesting though is that this going from here, it's always 4 years, and 4 years would really put us at November of 25, which is right about here. So this is the marker, right? This is the marker. Where is my thing? Right here. This is where we're supposed to peak. So we got time. Not a lot of time, but we got time. So what's the story then? Where will this be, right? Will this be here, 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 here? Where is this going, right? We don't know. But what is incredible is that when you really zoom in to each one of these markets, this is pretty cool. All right. When you really zoom in, it's incredible how parabolic it goes because I want to see what's going on here, right? I can't see what's going on here. Now I can say, now I can like handle this, right? But when I'm doing this, and then, I mean, it's ridiculous how high this goes. But I was zoomed in to where I needed to be. Now I'm in here and I'm like, okay, let's get a hold of this. What's going on? So I'm here and I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? This is like, whoa, it just keeps going. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh, it's so crazy. And you're like, all right, let me zoom out again. Let me get a handle on this. Okay, now I can handle it. But wait a minute, every time I do that, it just keeps going. Oh my gosh. Like, that's insane. That's insane. Right? So I'm trying to get a handle on it. So technically, if we're here and it keeps doing what it keeps doing, wouldn't we be doing this? We keep doing that. So, what's your thoughts? What do you guys think? I'm just showing you things that I'm not seeing anybody else show me. I think it's pretty cool. I am so bullish. And the most important thing about Bitcoin is that everything follows Bitcoin. I don't know if I said that earlier, but everything follows Bitcoin. So all of the high altcoins like Solanas and Avalanches, if Bitcoin does a 2x, they're going to do a 5 or 6x. And the small market caps and the meme coins and, all the AI, small AI coins and the gaming coins and things like that, the RWA coins, the ones that are small market caps. I mean, if Solana's going to do a 5, 6, 7x, well, those coins are probably going to do 20, 50, 100, 1,000 X's if you get lucky. So it's really exciting, and it happens every cycle. Especially the new coins that come in first, their first cycles, they go parabolic, and the smaller the market cap, they go crazy. Of course, most coins die. Most coins die. They don't last. So it's important to find the good ones. But when you're in the game for a little bit, you kind of know what's been sticking around and what's going to last, and possibly what could die. But it is very exciting to see what's about to happen here. And it's all about the presidential election. Why is that? Isn't that crazy? Why is that? So I predict by December or January, we will be well above 100K, and we will be on our way to the peak of our next bull run, which probably will end towards the end of next year. Could be wrong, but historics say the historical chart has done this time and time again. So what do you guys think? Crazy, crazy.